I want to wish you all a happy 4th of July. I'm at Sacramento Airport making my way back home. And this 4th of July, as all 4th of Julys, remind me not only of what America has meant to my life, but also of the time in 1991, well, 30 years ago now, when I first stood in a courtroom and took the oath of citizenship. In a sense, I was moving my allegiance away from India to America. And that too represented for me an Independence Day. So I've kind of got two Independence Days to celebrate. And I'm listening to all these people on social media. Man, I'm not going to celebrate the 4th of July. I celebrate Juneteenth. And these are people who insist that the 4th of July represents some kind of oppression, whereas Juneteenth represents the end of slavery. Well, nonsense. Juneteenth does not represent the end of slavery. If you want to celebrate the end of slavery, then celebrate the day in which the 13th Amendment was passed. That ended slavery permanently in the United States. Of course, the left and the Democrats don't like that day because the vast majority of Democrats voted against the 13th Amendment. You might say, well, Dinesh, wait. Aren't those Southern Democrats who are part of the Confederacy? No, those were Northern Democrats. The Southern Democrats didn't vote because the Southern states had not yet been let back into the Union. And of course, the Democrats overwhelmingly, almost unanimously voted against the 15th Amendment, the right to vote, and the 14th Amendment, the equal rights under the law. Now, the thing that is that's being missed in all of this is that it's the 4th of July that made possible Juneteenth. Abraham Lincoln understood this. He said, famously, one of my favorite Lincoln quotes, that the founders declared the right, this is the right to equality in the Declaration of Independence, so that the enforcement could follow when the circumstances permitted. And he, of course, represented precisely that enforcement. But all the great reform movements in American history have always looked back to the founding. There haven't been movements away from the founding, but movements, you might say, toward the founding. When Martin Luther King said, I'm submitting a promissory note and demanding that it be cashed, what note? Certainly the Democratic segregationists didn't give him any kind of note. He was referring to the Declaration of Independence. So consider the kind of irony that here's Martin Luther King making a demand for equality and basing that demand on the charter written 200 years previously by a slave-owning Virginian, by a Southern planter. And this is the way in which we see that the 4th of July represents the building of America, to which the immigrants subsequently came. People say the immigrants built America. Actually, no, they didn't build America. Immigrants don't build countries. Settlers build countries to which immigrants are then subsequently attracted. And so I'm very grateful on this 4th of July for the America that the settlers built. That is the America that we immigrants have come by the tens of millions over the years and the decades and even the centuries, coming to a country that gives us a scope, an opportunity, a chance to be the architect of our own destiny. And these things were and still are unavailable in the countries in which we were born.